a kisser.
Getting pre-approved for a new home is an absolute nightmare. You may hear this from certain friends or family. I hear it day in and day out in my world, but unfortunately, it does not have to be this way. My name is Ryan Hrisca. I'm a mortgage specialist here in beautiful Southern California. We take the complicated process of getting pre-approved for a new home and all the industry jargon that goes with it, and we make it simple for you. We've created a 6-step video process for you to check out. Now, we take all the mystery out of this process. I like to be 100% transparent, put it all on the table so you understand not only what we expect from your side, but so you know what we're doing on our side as well. So there's no reason why you shouldn't understand the process, and this is really going to break it down for you. The first video is just a general overview, whether you call me out of the blue or you're referred by friends and family, just to understand what our initial call is going to look like, answer any and all questions you may have, and should you pay off debt prior to, do you need to pop up your scores before you contact a lender, are you working with enough money, are you getting gift funds, random questions and scenarios that we get asked day in and day out. Our second video gets in kind of the meat and potatoes of it all. It's gonna cover the initial phone call. Why are you buying a home? What are you working with as far as cash out of pocket? Where you want your preferred monthly payment to be? Answer any and all questions you may have and go through what we go through on an initial call, no matter who you are or where you're looking to buy. You're going to get the answers on what to expect when reaching out to me. The third video is about our phone application. A lot of companies say, hey, go to this website, put your application in online, and it sounds all convenient and great, but believe it or not, anything outside of an in-depth phone consultation is going to leave me with a million questions. It leaves a lot of gray areas that we're going to have to circle back around, and I'm going to be contacting you anyways to complete that app. So we like to do the phone application together so we really understand what your needs, what your goals are, what you're trying to accomplish, why you're trying to buy, and really just get into the weeds on everything. It's important to know I'm on your team 100%. There's nothing you can tell us that we're going to think is too messed up. You know, we'd rather you be upfront, honest, and transparent, whether you think, oh, maybe this is on my credit or it's not. You know, let us know up front because we can always get in front of it in the beginning on the pre-approval process to ensure a smooth escrow process once you're under contract. The fourth video is going to really give you a behind-the-scenes look. So a lot of lenders say, oh, yeah, you're pre-approved, but all they did was pre-qualify you. Some don't go even as far as ordering a verification of employment. Well, I should say most, right? And that's really where people look at us kind of sideways like, well, we've given you the W-2s, we've given you the pay stubs, we may even given you the tax returns. But in our world, justifying usable income in the eyes of Fannie Mae is the most important part of your income. Anybody can tell you what they think your income is. Fannie Mae says, hey, if you're paid this way, this is how you justify it, one, and this is how you calculate it, two. So I'm going to go over what we're doing on the back end to make sure we maximize your pre-approval. But more importantly, when we say, hey, you're pre-approved, you're pre-approved. We're not going to come back on you and say, hey, we got to drop that purchase price because we did the income wrong the first time. So at our company, I've made it a mandatory rule that before we ever kick out any pre-approval, if you work for an employer and you're not self-employed, I'm going to order that verification of employment with your employer where it itemizes everything out. The fifth video is going to be our in-depth consultation video. Now, this is my favorite part when I work with clients because this is really what sets your trajectory, how smooth that process is going to go, and ensuring that you reach your monthly payment and your out-of-pocket goals. Now, nobody wants to deal with a lender, and hell, nobody wants a home loan, right? So what I want to do is go above and beyond that 99% of lenders do not do with most of their clients, which, you know, side note, I think is absolutely insane, but I developed this process as if I was outside of the mortgage world and I knew nothing. So I wanted to make sure we make sense of everything, and this is really where clarity, transparency, and just working together comes together. Because when you go out shopping, I want you to be the most educated home buyer on the market today, feeling comfortable with your decisions. And most importantly, I want you knowing why you're making these decisions on either price point, down payment, interest rate, because ultimately you're in the captain's chair when you're buying a home. And I want to show you how the market works and how everything plays together. The sixth and final video is just kind of outlining how we give you that white glove service here at my company. And what I mean by that is, if you work with a big bank or a credit union, I'm not trying to talk dirt and God bless them, but the magic when buying a home 99 times out of 100 happens on the weekend. And what I mean by that is you go look at 10 homes, you fall in love with 2, you want to place the offer. And if you're working with a big bank or a credit union, if you don't catch them between 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, odds are you're not getting your answers and you're submitting blind offers. And maybe the property taxes are high and it's out of your comfort zone. Maybe you no longer qualify because of it's at maybe a little bit higher price. So that's where I'm going to unpack how we give you that white glove service 7 days a week and make sure we're always in your corner. Because ultimately, I want you to know before you go is kind of how I put it. But what that means is I want you to know, hey, if I'm looking at these 2 homes, I know this is my payment and out-of-pocket on option A. This is my payment and out-of-pocket on option B. So you're going to know before you place that offer. I hope these videos bring you true clarity and understanding to the pre-approval process, but more importantly, the proper pre-approval process, because there's nothing worse than hearing about how much of a nightmare that buying that home was for your friends. It does not have to be that way. If you have any questions for me or we didn't answer a topic and you'd love for me to answer it for you, feel free to reach out in the comments. Reach out to me at any time. I'm not hard to find. Just Google my name. My name's Ryan Hrisca. You can trust the beard.
Pow! Right in the kisser.